Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have been up early learning about the axes of our directions and what they mean and provide. The west and the east, the no and the yes of our three-dimensional mortal moments. That this is possible and this is not, and there is a blessing in each. And that there is a north and a south, that there is an emptiness and a fullness, and this alignment is important. And this horizontal practice is important. And somehow I find where they meet, and in that center I'm fed. I'm fed by the balance between yes and no. I'm fed between the balance of empty and full. And yet it's so much. And it's coming to me through a culture that is so old that somehow I've not had knowledge of until this moment. And it makes me feel empty that my culture has not provided this access for me. And then in that moment, I'm exactly at the point that I require to say, I have found something. I am being nourished. I am here at this crossroads, at this crux. And I remember my mom always saying that when you're in that place of suddenly finding, and then in the finding realizing that you didn't have it, there's that double knowledge of, wow, look what I've just received, and oh, how could I go so long and never have had that before? There's such a full and empty moment right there. She said, that's the spot for a blessing. That's the place where you put a blessing. And so this is such a physical practice, and this is a blessing for the body. Bless the fingers, for they are as darting as fire. Bless the little hairs of the body, for they are softer than grass. Bless the hips, for they are cunning beyond all other machinery. Bless the mouth, for it is the describer. And bless the tongue, for it is the maker of words. Bless the eyes, for they are the gifts of the angels, for they tell us the truth. Bless the shoulders, for they are a strength and a shelter. Bless the thumb, for when working it has godly grip. Bless the feet, for their knuckles and their modesty. And bless the spine, for it is the whole story. Mary Oliver, the leaf and the cloud. And bring your palms together and sit up so tall that we are nourished at the center of our questions, that we are fulfilled in the midst of ruins. Let it all be unknown, undone, and the next thing made possible. Ong Namo, I bow to all that is made and unmade. Gurudev Namo, I bow to the great way in which I am evolving. 3 times, inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om roll your shoulders and roll your wrists, and we'll come onto hands and knees to start today. So a little bit of a different beginning. Blocks can be up in front. Less need for a strap than before. And put a blanket or a padding under your knees if you require, so that you feel supported and comfortable through your knees. Have a little space on either side, sort of leg length. Good. And then tuck your tail around your back. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Let your weight shift a little forward, a little back. And bring your weight evenly. The base of your pinky and the base of your first finger and the base of your knuckle. That you could be in the triangle of your hands. And then as you press down, pinky, first finger, thumb, from there you could move your heart. And from the heart you could move through the spine. And from the spine you move through the tail. And you find the breath through it all. Good. So just feeling the momentum of this wave. And very naturally, bring your knees together and keep that movement. And take your right foot back as you lift your head. So there's an opening. And then knee to chest as you round. So the continuation of the movement in the spine. And it's as though you're allowing the spine to send your foot back. And it's starting to flush out the right side and getting a little space into the right side ribs and lungs. And the right knee to the right shoulder and cross it behind you to the left. And bring your head towards your knee so that you begin to contract through the right side and then open it back. 3, 2, and then bring your right foot out to the right side and put the heel in line with your hip and the hips in line with the left knee on the floor. And your fingertips lift your palms off the floor. On your exhale, shift your hips back. Walk your fingers out. Or not. And then inhale back up. Exhale, fold back where you can. Stand in that right foot. Inhale, rise up, lengthen out. And then exhale, fold back. And a little tiny bit side to side. Tiny bit side to side. Find the outer edge of your ankle. Find the inner lining of your knee and groin. Find your armpits. And then step your right foot up outside of your right hand. Put a block or two under your left hand as needed. Turn your right knee out. Turn your right toes out to about 2 o'clock so that you can find your right heel and let your heel send your hips forward and back. And you're letting this circle of your fingertips just find the very periphery of your reach. 3. And 2. Just one of my very favorite movements. It's like a whole little practice of its own. And then stay, but let your hips continue. Let your hips continue, forward and back. Forward and back. What can they open? All the way from the hip to the shoulder, to the hand, to the heart, and back down into the feet. One more. Good. And turn your toes. Your right toes turn to point forward. And your right hand goes high and your palm faces forward and you separate your hands. And drop your attention as though the center of your body, the center of who you are, the place from which you move is your heart, not your head. That place between your hands. That's the center. Reach your right hand back, turn your right palm open, turn your right thumb back, bend your right knee a little bit more. And pull the heart open in all directions. And then right hand down and you'll step back. Down dog. Right hand down, left knee soft, right hip high. And then hands and knees. Put your knees together. Cat-cow. Start by feeling the momentum in your spine. Feel the difference on the right side and the left. So once you've got the current flowing, you got the wave formed, then add your left foot back as you lift your head and your left knee in as you tuck your chin. So you're still maintaining the movement through the spine, And the thigh is rinsing the breath. And bring your left knee to your left shoulder and cross behind to the right. And bring your ear towards your knee and find the left and right sides of your spine. 3, 2, good. And you'll put your left foot out to the left side, in line with your knee, in line with your hip. Come onto your fingertips and fold yourself back and just explore. Just explore. On your inhale, you come up. And on the inhale, you stand in your left foot and you keep yourself in the outer left foot, even as you come back and come back and come back. And you feel how that starts to open the top of the left foot, the knee and the hip. And you go one more time, your pace, rounding your back as you go, dropping your tail, and a little side to side. A little side to side, finding the pinky edge of the foot, finding the big toe edge of the foot, and sealing the space between them. So that when you step up, left foot is outside of the left hand. Turn your toes out to 10 o'clock. Gives your left knee a little more space. Right hand on the block or blocks. And then left hand, big circles. Big backstroke circles. For 3. For 2, right into your fingertips. And then keeping the left arm beside the left ear, your hips continue forward and back. So that when your left knee is bent, your toes turn forward. Squaring the knee, thighs in parallel, left palm facing forward. Draw your hands apart and let the hips draw forward. As though the very front surface of the body could be drawn smooth and tight. And a little wider, longer, deeper. Take the left hand back, left palm is open, chest is broad, landing in the heart. Go 3. Go 2. And then the left hand forward and down. Find your downward facing dog. Step it back. Keep your right knee soft. Anchor into the left thumb. Left outer shoulder, left hip, left heel. 3. And 2. Good. Hands and knees. Exhale towards child. Hands and knees. Exhale towards dog. Rinse it out. Hands and knees. And fold. And hands and knees. And down dog. One more. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Hands and knees. Good. Down dog. And just step your feet up to your hands. And put a bend in your knees and take your hands out wide and stand up so tall. And bring your palms right down the middle. And then the right hand reverse circle and the left hand reverse circle. Sometimes when our legs and hips are tight from walking, getting some space in the upper body and the chest and the shoulders gives the tension of the legs somewhere to go. Something in the body has to start. So if my legs are opening more slowly, then I want to open the top because we're all connected. So open the part that's accessible. 3, and 2, Good. Keep your left arm out in front. Take your right elbow under the left. Right hand holds the left wrist. Feet are hip distance. You'll just lift your elbows and drop your tail, and lift your elbows and drop your tail, and drop your tail and drop your elbows. And sit your seat back. And just fold yourself in, tucking your chin, getting length down the back side of the spine. Elbows forward toward the fingertips. Fingertips away from the seat. Seat back away from the crown. And then sit your hips as deeply down into the heels as they'll go. Lift your elbows and press straight down to rise straight up. And interlace your fingers, press up tall. Big circles. Rounding through the back, opening through the shoulders, bringing the space into the ribs and into the hips and into the diaphragm. Good. And reverse your circle. One of the access points that's so important to this sequence are the ribs, the intercostals, the lining of the chest cavity. And then as you release, left hand back circle, right hand back circle, going for 5, 4. Is there a little more continuity? Is the circle smoothing out? And the right hand goes out and the left elbow comes under, and you cross to hold, making a fist in the right hand. Elbows up, chin in, space between the shoulders. And you sit your seat back and your knees track straight forward. Little wag of the tail, sitting in, sitting in, sitting in. Elbows start to drop so that the elbows reach forward towards your fingers. Your tail reaches back. And the crown of the head lengthens out through the spine. Drop your seat as deeply as you will down towards the heels. Lift your elbows, lift your hips, stand up tall, release your hands, interlace your fingers. Last time, stay steady, stay still. The pinky edge of your hands goes back, which wants you to blow out. I want you to take your ribs back, your tail down, your toes up, your legs strong. Now take your pinkies back. So ribs back, tail down, heel down, toes up, thumbs up. Ribs back. Good, and let go, hands down the backs of the legs, fold down, and up the backs of the legs, rise tall, that's 3. So you're sweeping the tension out of the upper body, folding into the lower body. Go one more. To down dog. Noticing the space. So as you've made some space through the chest, there can be more accessibility into the legs. Let your hips swing far to the right and then far to the left. So as my chest opens, I have more slack to offer to my hamstrings. Walk your dog. 3. Out through the feet, out through the hamstrings. 2. Good. Bring your knees to the floor. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hands up high. That is inhale. So sweep your hands wide, turn your thumbs down, take the backs of your hands to your mid-back. So the backs of the hands down, tuck your chin and fold, and maybe it's that big. And then sweep back up. Right? Hands wide, tuck your chin, backs of the hands to the spine. Or maybe it folds way down, inhale, rise up. If you don't need the toes tucked, flatten your feet, fold down. Bring your palms together. Thumbs to the heart, that's inhale, hips forward, hands out, palms to the back. Good. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. So we're alternating hands up high and then palms together. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. So it can be this big. It can be so small. Yup. Go where it serves you. Go where it serves you. And start to get a little bit of heat through the hinge of your hips. Keep reaching out of the space of your heart for 3. That the breath starts to clear, that the hips start to move. 1 more. And then you'll notice when you return to your dog that there's a little more space. Lift your hips, press it out. Through the low back, hips sway side to side. Awesome. Awesome. Walk your feet forward. You're going to sit on whatever blanket or seat you have, bend your knees. Very similar to the way that we finish our sequence, but we're going to use this to reach forward and then draw back. Inhale forward, exhale back. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Good. Put your fingertips beside you. Keep your knees a little bit bent. Hinge at the hips. Inhale up. Exhale, fall. So as you come forward, use your heels to pull you forward, so that we can start to open through the backs of the legs all the way to the soles of the feet, anchoring the low belly to the back body. 3, 2. Sit tall, put your right foot flat. Put your left hand around your right knee or to your shin and turn to the right. Shake out your left foot, shake out your left knee. Turn back towards center, right leg out, left knee bends. Wrap your right hand around, turning left, shake out the right foot, shake out the right knee. Be kind. Doesn't all need to happen this time. And uncoil, left leg out. Inhale, center, exhale, change. Inhale, center, exhale, change. Moving your way up the spine, from the seat to the mid-back, from the mid-back through the shoulders, four, yep, 3, 2. Sitting tall, legs out long, fingertips tall, so that the axis of your spine is clear and bright. The feet can shake out, the knees up and down. Open and close your toes so that from the base, from the heels to the toes, from the toes to the hips, there's some clarity. And you just bring yourself up to stand. Shake out the legs, shake out the hands. We'll meet right there. So sometimes we just need to get things moving. Out of the hands, out of the feet, until you feel ready to start. Feet wider than hips, the Kriya beginning here. Fingers interlaced, inhaling over the shoulder, exhaling through the center. And just continuing to open through the ribs and the spine here. And if you were to relax your shoulders, relax your hands, where would the pose go? So start softly. To bless the feet, to bless the breath, to bless the movement, bless the hands, bless the lips. 3, 2, 1. Hands up, 3 sips in, go. Tuck your chin, elevate the navel, hug the heels towards each other. Call your attention up, 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 up through the spine to lift your chin, to breathe out, to spread wide. Put the center of yourself at your heart, not at your head. Stand like a starfish. Bend your elbows, palms face down. Inhale up, exhale center, and inhale down, exhale center, in, out, in, out. Eyes closed and steady. The breath is more important than the gesture, so if needed, come back to this bent elbow version and stay in the breath. Or as you're ready, straighten your arms. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Bless the eyes, bless the lips, bless the shoulders, bless the breath. If you need to, shake out for a beat, or as we change the breath, just keep the continuity, keep it going. We'll inhale up it, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, up, up, down, down, in, out, out. Allowing the inhale, the exhale to grow, giving yourself more power, giving yourself more resource, giving yourself more nourishment. So if that means that you have more power, stand more powerfully, move more powerfully, but it doesn't mean that you have more tension or more force. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take your hands, shake them out and sweep them up, in and out. And then 3 sips. Hook your thumbs. Try to pull your hands apart, spread your hands, spread your palms, spread your fingers, hug your heels. In toward the navel, up toward the heart up toward the head, the chin in, the spine long. And chin up. And out and down, go, go, go. From the heart in all directions. Your heart, center of the heart, holds everything. The whole universe starts right there, finishes Feel its beat. We have multiple heartbeats. The circulatory system, but there's an energetic beat that's separate. Shake out the shoulders, shake out the hands, shake out the feet as you need to. Let your feet be just hip distance. And check that your second toe is lined up. We have a tendency when we're squatting to turn our toes out. And what that does is it blows the knees out, and that's not good over time. So as you go down, then hug your heels a little bit like you're spinning your feet into the floor and arms out. So just as we began before, elbows bent, turn left. Exhale, little bend, inhale, stand up. Exhale, center, inhale, right. Exhale, sit down, inhale, up. X, turn left. X, stand up. X, turn right. X, stand up. So X, in, X, in. Little hug of the heels as you're ready, the arms straighten out. So as we move with this turn and then we squat, it's as though we were turning a bag and then squeezing that bag so that the abdomen and all the inner organs that create our metabolism can be flushed out. The whole abdominal cavity is made of spongy organs, and they ask for us to have this mobility. That's why we don't have any bones or any protection on the front of the belly. So you're rinsing out. Your focus is the exhalation, the removal of carbon dioxide, the moving out, the flushing out of what is finished. Blessing your lips, blessing your eyes, blessing your smile, blessing your breath. You got 30 seconds. Hug your heels as you stand up. Three, two, one. Hands high, hook your thumbs, 3 sips. Take a chin, pause, pause, pause. Call it up, hug your heels. So the pelvic floor lifts as you hug your heels. Your navel up, your heart is up, your chin is in, your spine is long. Chin up, breath out, go up and wide. And you are at the center of your heart. From that heart space, hands back circle up and up and up, little back bend, knees bend, circle forward and forward and forward and over, in and in and in Smooth out the circles of your shoulders. Smooth out the energy that surrounds you. Smooth out the gesture. Smooth out under the throat, the front back of the spine, and smooth out your breathing. 1 minute. Last forward fold wherever you find it. And widen down, widen down, widen down, widen down, widen down, upright and bright, steady. Feel front, back, left, right, north, south, east, west. That we are evenly activated. All aspects available for use and guidance. Out the fingers, out the toes, bring it to a cross-legged seat. Keep your hips higher than your heels so your spine is upright. Any support, any prop. If you'd prefer, sit on a chair. If you prefer, sit on a chair. And so this exhalation, this emptying, so important. Listening this morning, can we give a proper burial to what's necessary to leave so that we can be free? Out, 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 in. So we're going to start out with the elbows bent. We'll start modified, hands down. And when we clap, we'll just bring it up in front. So 7 exhales down, and then a clap on the inhale. You can work right there or straighten your arms. Overhead. If you choose, as you take it up overhead, we're going to add a ha. 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 One more. Ha. Hands down. Notice, pause, be still. Like you've sparked the space around you into light. Golden silence. And let your legs unfold. Stay on your seat. Shake out your feet. Bend your knees, plant your heels. And hands up high. Exhaling a little forward. Inhaling a little up. Plant your feet. It's as though you are standing on the wall in front of you. Use your heels, use your navel. If it's too much, hands down. If it's too much, hands to thighs. Eyes closed. anchoring into your navel, lifting into your heart. So feeling as though a ball of light is rising to the heart and then dropping to the belly. If you don't need the bend of the knees, then bring yourself flat to sit on the floor, and for the last minute, legs are out. And then hands up high and down, and sit tall, sit even, front to back, top to bottom, in to out. And lie back. The body falls open and effortless. Shake the feet side to side, the knees up and down, the wag of the tail. Shoulder blades are broad underneath you, hands are at ease. Bending your knees, walk your feet in. Deepen your breathing and take your hands overhead. Bring your hands to your shins, a little side to side. And the right leg extends 60 degrees, the right arm wide like a wing, and back to center. Left leg 60 degrees, left hand wide, and center. Inhale, open right. Exhale, close. Inhale, open left. Exhale, close. You can work one side and then the other, or hands open, knees together. Inhale, open, exhale, close. And as you're moving, you're just generating more breath. As though you were a bellows, as though you were falling open and closed. And we'll go 10 more times. Eight, 9. Holding your shins, we'll roll a little forward and a little back. Right through the spine. 10, 9. You'll roll to your feet and come to a stand. Keep it steady, keep it simple. Hands at your hips, bend your knee. Tail back. Inhale up. Hug your heels towards one another as you stand, locating the space just below and behind the navel. You can work right there. Hands to the shoulders. Or interlace your hands at the base of your skull. Inhale up, exhale down, legs are strong. Hug your heels in. And let your breath grow. Dropping into your capacity, if it's available, you can take hips to heels. Wherever you are, 8. The body becoming the pump that draws the breath that opens the thoracic cavity, that draws the heart that carries the circulation. One more. The heart that is the center, hands high and wide and down. The heart that holds the whole universe. It begins from here, it ends from here. Hug your heels. That steady beat. I am this. And letting go, we have a different use of the Satnam mantra. So build your seat, legs crossed or kneeling. This way you can choose. We'll do a long sat, short nam. And you're releasing the tension of the jaw. You're releasing the hold that says, I've already identified who I am. Sat, nam. I'm that big. I'm that willing to participate. I'm that willing to receive. I'm that willing to change. Sat, nam. My mouth isn't moving. My jaw isn't moving. My neck isn't changed. And rather, this long sat, you are dropping the jaw. Sat, nam. And you feel the movement of the mouth, and you feel the expression, and you feel the physical, muscular change of holding yourself closed. You feel the neck change, the throat, the resonance of your body. The palms together, interlace the fingers, turn the thumbs up, and cross the thumbs. So left thumb over the right for women and right thumb over left for men. And it sits at the center of the chest. And it's a long sat and it's a short nam, and we'll go 3 minutes. Feel the sensation of a bell. And the nam is the strike of the bell and long sat. So we're going to inhale halfway. Exhale all the way. Inhale all the way. Sat, nam. Inhale. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Loosen the jaw, loosen the face. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. Sat, nam. One more. Sat, nam. Stay still. Keep the mudra. Keep your hands. Heels of your hands press slightly, elbows wide, heart up, chin in, thumbs against the body. The energy rising up the spine, coalescing. Softening the armor, softening the skin around your eyes, softening the skin around your lips, long through the throat and neck. We are held, we are rising, we are steady. Notice if you're a little forward or a little back through your seat, and find the sweetest center. And keeping the spine right where it is, not forward, not back, tall like the fingertips. Release your hands down without changing the upper body, the spine, the seat, without changing at all. Little fine attunements if you need to, a little forward, a little back. Keep finding that center, that effortless place. Fine-tune. Keep that little awareness. Where do I need to be to let my spine be open and tall? And feel that change. You're releasing tension even as you sit. The face open, the shoulders soft. No gripping in the legs or the feet. The openness of the body, supporting an openness of that central channel through the spine, the sushumna. Our freedom. Stay as long as you like. As you begin to come out, as you begin to deepen your breathing, fill the chest and remain with the heart at the center of your body. Keep coming out of your head. Keep coming out of the head as what's in charge, and bring what's in charge of your day, what's in charge of your choices, what's in charge of your awareness, what's in charge of your acceptance. Bring it into the heart, the center of the chest, the expansion in all directions. Land there. I am this. Sweep wide, reach high. Down the middle, one clear, clean time, bring it in. And then hands wide. Give it away. Palms together, thumbs to the forehead, center a final announcement. I bow to the truth of myself. Inhale, long sat, short nam. Sat nam. Sat nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. So this Tuesday and this Thursday, class is at 7:30 a.m. But you can replay it anytime, so really class next week is whenever you want it. But I will be live at 7:30. It will be posted ideally by 8:35. And then we'll go from there. I'll be out and about. We'll be in a new location. We'll be out in Virginia with my girl. In the woods. If there are any technical difficulties, you have this extraordinary morning to use again. So 7:30 Tuesday, 7:30 Thursday, and back right here, this space, this time, next Sunday. Sit down.